And on this Saturday afternoon, late Saturday afternoon here in the East, as we welcome you back to the Nationals in Canada, Ontario, let's go from Petra Burka to the great Ellen Burka. Ellen Burka has received many honors over the years for her contributions to this sport. I mean, think about it. At 92 years of age, she still is involved, in demand, at both the Granite and the Cricket clubs in Toronto, where Jeffrey Buddle is. Jeffrey will join me to talk about Ellen in just a minute. She's a straight shooter, and if you know Ellen Burka, she's not at all afraid to tell her students exactly what she's thinking. Ellen herself denies that her toughness stems from the hardships of her youth. However, those that know her believe that being part of the Holocaust and surviving the Holocaust has played a role in her definitely respected and strong-willed nature.
How do you warm up? Show me. My way. Stretch. Okay, off you go. Speed.
Mrs. Burka is a bit of a dichotomy in that she is tough and a disciplinarian, and yet she nurtured a free spirit in all her students.
Push up, kick. Don't do that on the jump too.
That's me. I am a perfectionist, and I want to be the best and do the best for my skaters.
Very good, that has improved.
I was born in Amsterdam, Holland, and when I was 7 years old, I got a pair of Dutch wooden skates. I was already enrolled in a ballet school at the age of 5, actually because my parents noticed on the moment I heard music, I started to dance. So the skating gave me the movement, because ice was even moving more than on the floor.
Ellen Burka's childhood, though, came to a sudden end when Nazi forces invaded the Netherlands. Her world was no longer about figure skating. It was about survival. Ellen was 18.
For me, it was difficult because I didn't know that really at that time, but I had a Jewish mother. So I ended up for 2 years in a concentration camp.
Ellen's parents and her grandmother died in the gas chambers. In the concentration camp, Ellen's courage and self-confidence saved her life.
I entered the concentration camp, but of course you had to fill out a piece of paper, your name, your address, your profession. And I said, should I put down schoolgirl? I said, no, I'm a good figure skater. I'm the best figure skater in Holland. I said, I put down figure skating champion of the Netherlands.
Ellen was in luck. The commandant of the prison camp happened to love figure skating.
And he found out I was a figure skater, so I got absolute protection from him.
The Obersturmführer's mistress liked my mother, and she did a petition in the camp with the German soldiers to make sure that she did not get sent to Auschwitz.
After the war, Ellen emigrated here to Canada, where she became one of this country's greatest figure skating coaches. An innovator, a pioneer in a sport that needed shaking up.
When I came to Canada and I noticed how bad the programs were, how little the people really paid attention to the music, I said, something has to be done. So I started theater on ice in the early 60s.
She encouraged her skaters to push boundaries, to take risks. She knew how precious and short life could be.
It made sense as to why my mom was such a tough coach and wanted the best from everyone, because it was her fighting spirit. She needed that fight in her to survive the camps. And I think that fighting spirit moved into her figure skating career.
Okay, watch the wobbles now. Circle.
She loved anyone who showed any kind of unique ideas or was inspired to move to the music or try something different. And I think she saw those qualities in me, and she nurtured those. She certainly pushed us.
I remember Taller Cranston. He came around at the time when skating was still where men had to have their arms out to their shoulder length. And my mom just let him be free. And at first people were very, very aghast at the fact that he was skating with arms and body and passion.
I really feel if it wasn't for Mrs. Burka, I would not be coaching now. I still go to her and I still talk to her on the phone and I still see her and I'm still asking advice with my students now.
I was very open with my skaters. If they needed advice, I told them, I helped them. Skating is not just jumping and spins. There's more to it. And you have to listen to your music. You have to learn to interpret your music. It has to come from your soul.
My mom is a fighter. She is a survivor. You know, she saw the best in what people could do, and she just tried to bring out the best in them.
That was the best, and at least you tried to land a jump.